What's up guys, and welcome back to Dowset Reviews Tech. Lian Li really need to watch out. Today I'm checking out a new fan set from InWin, and this is their Lynx LN120. They also do an LN120P, so it depends on the colour what they are. I think the P stands for pure, and they also do a 140 version of this. This is their Lynx modular fan set, so like the Lian Li Unifans, this can clip together without any cables between the two fans, and then a single cable from that, or two cables from that for PWM and RGB to your motherboard, to obviously reduce cable clutter on those as well. And so today basically I just want to show you these. We're going to connect them up and show you what they look like once they're all on, everything like that, how they connect together and everything you get in the box. I'm going to see just how good they look. In the future I'll be doing a performance review of these as well to see how well they perform against some similarly priced fans. Now that is the big selling point for these. Obviously Lian Li Unifans, you're looking at 70, 80, 90 pounds for a pack of 3, or same in dollars. These currently on InWin's website for the 120s are $49.99, and the same in euros, or if you want the 140s they're only $5 more. So an absolutely great buy in terms of comparing them to Lian Li Unifans, obviously Corsair IQ fans and things like that. These are, if they're good, these are going to blow them out of the water in terms of price to performance. So let's take a look, unbox them, and then we'll get them plugged in and see what they look like. So here we have the Lynx LN120s. We've got the black version, so the other LN120s, and the LN120P, standing for pure, is the white version. You can see it's the same box for both, and they've got sort of just an illustration of what they all look like on here. So you've got black or white, and this is a mixture of the two. You can't buy them like that. This is obviously just to show you they come in either colour. Nice simple box, but looks well packaged. Not really much more to show you on the sides or the front. We'll have a quick look at the specs on the back. As you can see, like I said before, we've got a black and a white version, and obviously this one is the black. So modular fan connection design, as I've already said, silent performance fan, high static airflow, turbine blade design, IC enhanced PWM precision, so they should be better at getting to their rated sort of PWM speeds and staying there and whatnot. We'll see how that performs in their future video. What standard 120 fans, but they're 28 millimeters thick, so they're a bit thicker, so should give us better airflow. Material is a PVD PC, if that matters, 12 volts, yeah, whatever. And the speed mode is from anything from 900, so really quite slow. Obviously if you want to go for sort of silence, up to 2200 to a reasonably fast speed. So you should have a good variation there and be able to get a good mixture of your silent and performance sort of modes. And then airflow is from 24.95 to 61.2 CFM, again pretty high, and their air pressure is 0.51 to 3.04 H2O, which again is very high, and the noise level is 17 to 25 decibels, so very quiet as well. It says on here what we get in the back. We get obviously the fans, fan screws, radiator screws, main cable and extension cable, but we'll have a look at that now and see what it looks like. So let's take a look. So take the top sleeve off and you get this nice sort of sheet here. It says go cable free for the Lynx fans, and this is the 3 fans that you get in here, presented very, very nicely and all connected together already. We'll take a look at those in just a second. I'm just going to have a look at the accessories first. So you get one of these link cables here, which is the used USB-C connection for these. It does say not to use them for other devices. I don't know if that means you can't use other USB-C cables for these as well or not. I'll clarify that with InWin, and I'll pin that in the comments somewhere if I can get clarification on that. So you get one of those, which I believe is going to be like your joining cable to send, say if you've got 2 of these in one place and one in another place, you can send the signal from those as needed. And then in here we have all the other accessories. So we get standard fan screws. As you can probably guess, you get 12 of those because there's 3 fans if you want to use all of those. And you also get 12 radiator mounting screws as well. So you get screws to put them on a radiator, which is nice to see. Obviously normally AIOs will come with those, but they're there. Obviously these are slightly thicker, so they've provided those for you, which is really good. Obviously you kind of had to, I suppose. So as well as that cable, that link cable I showed you, we've got the main cable, which again is USB-C connection here, which I really like the idea of. Means you can't really get it wrong. And then we've got an ARGB sort of splitter, so obviously one can go to your motherboard or to your controller, the other can go onto other fans. And then we've got one PWM connection here, Would have been nice to see a splitter there, but splitters are dirt cheap. If you need to split them, you can do, and you should have plenty on your motherboard normally anyway. Hopefully that's coming into focus. So yeah, that's your standard cable there. So that's all the accessories talked about. Let's have a look at the actual fans themselves, and you can see they look really, really nice. That sort of symbol in the middle is not maybe to everyone's taste. I think it looks quite cool, to be fair, and I assume the light's going to come through that as well. From what I can see on the box, yeah, it should do, yeah. And obviously you've got sort of hub lit, the hub lit fans, so it's going to shine through these translucent blades out to the edge. And one thing I really like on these is you've got this bit of sort of diffusion on the edge as well, so you get light in there as well. So when they're in your case on your radiator at the top or whatever, it's not like you're not going to see any of the lights. You're going to see the light shining on the edge here as well, which is very, very nice and going to look really good. Let's just pop them apart. They literally unclip really, really easily, and this is a single fan on its own. Some decent weight to it. I'm a great believer that weight equals quality, and they are pretty weighty. Obviously standard sort of back fan on there. Obviously there's no cables on this because they're all come through the edges here. That's standard sort of design. You've got a high static pressure style fan, and like I say, you've got all that diffusion around the edge. Now in terms of connection, as you can see, you've got USB-C one side and a sort of blank the other. That's obviously just to make them more sturdy when they link together, so they're linking at 2 points, not just one. And obviously the sort of reverse on the other side to make the connection to the next fan. So let's just take them apart and show you. So to go together, obviously you get the male and the female ends together, and literally push, and that is it, and they feel really, really sturdy. In terms of the fan hub themselves, there's little to no wobble in those at all. And then same again with the next one, literally pop them together and that's it. There's no clips or anything to put on, there's no sliding or anything like that, or really small pins to bend or break or anything like that. Literally just push together and there you go. One last thing to mention is each corner, all the corners have a anti-vibration pad, which is pretty much standard on fans now, but obviously it's still good to see it included, because if you didn't have it, you might find a bit of vibration noise. So lastly, all it's to do is to get it plugged into the system, so you can basically have a look and see how good it is. Right, so as you can see, we've now got them plugged in, and you can see the lighting effect on these is absolutely lovely. They're not spinning because I've not bothered connecting the PWM, because I just wanted to show the lighting effects on these, and I've dimmed the lights down so you can have a good look at just how nice these look. And the diffusion is pretty, yeah, perfect, to be honest with you. I can't see any LEDs, single lights shining through. You probably can if you look from the bottom. So if they're in your case sort of intake, you may see it a little bit, depending on obviously what angle you look at it from, but that's true of all hub lit fans, so it's not really anything to be concerned about, personally, in my opinion. I've set it to rainbow mode so you can see all the colours, just so you got a good idea of how the different colours look. I might change it to a few things in a sec, but other than that, the colour looks absolutely amazing. And obviously you can still see it on the back as well, so even if they're set to intake, you're still going to see it. Obviously it's not as nice as looking at the front. Hopefully they come out with some reverse blade versions as well, that would be nice to see. But other than that, they still look absolutely amazing as an intake fan as well, and the light diffusion on them is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, not a problem with those at all. Talking about that sort of side lit, you can see it's obviously it's a little bit dimmer because it's not getting the full effect from the lights, but you're still getting a nice RGB effect on the edges of these fans, so you're going to see some RGB from all angles on these fans, not just from the front. So if they're up on your radiator at the top, you're still going to get that nice glow on the edge as well, until you look underneath and see the full sort of fan. But yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. What I'm probably going to do actually is just pop the PWM in, just to see, have a feel at how much airflow is coming from these. So we'll get all the lights back on and we'll do a quick test on that. So we've got them plugged into the PWM now, and I've set them up to full speed, just to see sort of how much airflow they move. You can still hear the fans in the background. Unfortunately, I can't really turn those off because I'm connected to a PC at the moment. So let's just show a quick demonstration of their airflow capacity. You can see it's quite a lot of airflow there. Easily include a little bit of paper. So yeah, they're pushing a fair amount of air. You can probably hear it on the fan now as well, on the microphone should I say. They push a fair amount of air, to be fair. So yeah, absolutely impressed with those at the moment. Lighting looks absolutely fantastic, and so far it feels like the airflow's there as well. Obviously we'll be testing these in a future video to basically determine how good they are, but I expect them to be very good. The sort of hybrid type sort of blade design between these and their AN120 Pros that I've used before, so they should be pretty decent, and I expect them to be pretty decent because InWin makes some good stuff, and I think that logo looks pretty good in the middle once it's spinning around as well. So yeah, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you an insight into these. Just remember, obviously these are only $50 compared to sort of $70, $80, $90 for Lian Li's, so these are going to be an absolute great buy for someone that wants the simplicity of a Unifan style fan and doesn't want to spend an absolute fortune. So far looking really good. Massive thank you to InWin for sending these over for me, and I will be doing future videos with these and hopefully use these in a build at some point as well. So thanks for watching guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.